He was already queued up. He's 4,000 gold, but
Chasing Q also gonna drop now 10k gold in the lead. Beast Coast looking to come in here, shock the world, take down LGD.
This throne is going down here and now. Thunder.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Game 1 against Liquid. Unfucking-believable.
My God, this team, how do they win from that position?
LGD trying to hold on, desperately doing everything they can, but GG is called.
And the net is going to be enough to be able to finish off a top of it, but he doesn't have the buyback. Foxy, he's going in. Side, the second life for him. Get back to the fountain. The Havoc Hammer pushing him away.
Melting them all.
Running him down. The Bloodstone gets on. Rampage. Get the kill. Rampage on the beat.
Long before South American Dota was well respected on an international stage, one South American team made headlines with their ability to compete against North American teams and frequently come out on top. Elite Wolves were the only hope of South America when it came to qualifying for tournaments. With a system that had North and South American teams competing for the same slots, South America needed a powerhouse to even stand a chance. Unfortunately for South American Dota, their hope was killed by corruption when it came out that Elite Wolves were involved in a match-fixing scandal. For those who don't know, match-fixing is the term for prearranging the results of a match. Often it's done by betting against yourself and then losing intentionally to win your bet. Match-fixing is illegal in most of the world. Elite Wolves were subsequently banned from all competitive play in 2016. The ban was such a large hit to the South American Dota scene that articles were published with headlines so severe you'd think they could never compete again. With around a year having passed, in mid-2017, Valve decides to shake up the regional format. Instead of 4 regions, there would now be 6. The Americas region would be split into South and North America, and the Europe region would be split into Western and Eastern Europe. At the time, the Europe split was big news, while the Americas split was fairly controversial with not much belief in the state of South American Dota. The region split mattered a lot because all majors have at least one team from each region. While previously no South American team could compete with the strength of North American giant Evil Geniuses, or even the various other North American teams like Complexity and Digital Chaos. The expectation for South America is incredibly low heading into the first tournament post-split. At the end of April 2017, Kiev, Ukraine will host the Kiev Major, but first, South America has their first ever major qualifier to play. The qualifier goes off without a hitch, is what I would love to tell you, but unfortunately, Team Unknown makes a mockery of the region on the final day of the group stage, dropping items on the ground, joking around, and leading to a quick loss, apology from the organization, and dismissal of the entire roster for lack of professionalism.
Anita's in a little bit of danger here, tosses his gear on the ground, trying to tempt them forward for it. There's the call, though, so they're going to go in on him. He might not even have time to grab his stuff. He goes down. And it looks like, wow, Invoker rage quit.
What?
Despite the prior circus performance, SG Esports staked their claim to the first ever South American qualifier spot, earning themselves a place in the Kiev Major. The Kiev Major was an oddity among Dota tournaments of the time due to the group stage being played in a Swiss format, where teams play up to 4 seeding rounds to decide where they start the tournament, only playing other teams with the same score as they have each round. The best score achievable is 3-0, skipping the last round, with the worst being 0-3, also skipping the last round, but for a much worse reason. Alright, enough of the rules. What happened during the Swiss stage? Well, nothing too unexpected actually. Secret, being the dominant team at the time, dominates the Swiss, winning 3 series, all of them 2-0, while SG Esports, the South American team from Brazil, who almost surely would not have qualified if not for the new region split, lost 3 series and only took a single match off of OG Esports. Now, this tournament got weirder, because not only was the group stage played in Swiss format, but the main stage bracket was single elimination. No lower bracket comeback stories, no second chances, and your first match was determined by your performance in the group stage with the last place team up against the first. The stage is set. The final series of Day 2 is SG versus Team Secret, and fans of Dota are prepared for a complete blowout.
Very interesting draft indeed. Guys, what did you make of that? And I guess we should talk about predictions as well.
Team Secret don't have a good way of like pushing down too many early towers. With that said, I'd still have to go with Team Secret. I think they're going to be the better team. I think they've got Mid one of his best hero, and Team Secret would still be my prediction.
Okay.
I'm going to have to go with Team Secret as well.
Okay, 2 for Secret.
Team Secret. Their skirmishes are amazing with the Darkseer, Ember, and Jug. Very strong.
A clean sweep for Team Secret. Perhaps not too surprising after their wonderful group stage performance.
The draft of Game 1 ends, and less than 30 minutes later, so does the game. Secret take the game extremely convincingly, showing their discipline, not allowing SG to fight back at all. The crowd is starting to thin out as most fans have spent the whole day there and figure that this series is over, but SG Esports were not ready to be counted out just yet. Game 2 kicked off, and Secret made the unconventional pick of Vengeful Spirit carry, and feeling very confident in their skills, having gone undefeated thus far, Secret did not count SG playing the game of their lives, drawing the game out past 40 minutes, killing Secret's carry MP 11 times throughout the match, and closing it out to even the series and end Secret's undefeated streak. The teams took small breaks before re-entering the arena for Game 3. Guaranteed elimination for the loser and a top 8 placement minimum for the winner. SG was finally feeling confident, and were finally in their element. Fans of South American Dota would immediately recognize this draft as a classic South American draft. King RD on the Undying roamed the map and tore apart Secret's mid lane, literally taunting on mid one's corpse to the cheers of the audience who gathered whatever materials they could to create makeshift signs to cheer on SG in their David vs. Goliath battle. After nearly an hour of an absolutely amazing game in which SG held the advantage, but Secret would not let them close out the game with their knowledge, discipline, and experience, put to full use the delayed pushes of SG, and turned fights to their favor, until the Slark of SG was too much for Secret's lineup, and Team Secret, the favorites to win the tournament, were eliminated in round 1 of the Kiev Major by a team with no expectations.
Focusing him as much as humanly possible, then the Rocket's perfect, right as Pylon 9 comes back in, it's into the Epi, it's into disaster, 3 have fallen, make it 4, Invoker not coming back to the fight, finally he'll TP, they say screw it, it's throne time, Brazilian Dota is here, and is performing on the big stage, live in Kiev. For your viewing pleasure, Secret getting slaughtered. They are going to lose HFN, but he's got the buyback. Meanwhile, Timber, Beastmaster, no buybacks at the ready. They see it. They see the opening. They burrow through. It's on 2 again. It's Tavo in the clutch, coming through. Puppy's next. Secret crumbling. Down he goes as well. And now the way lies open. Perhaps to the fountain. No, they say, let's take the throne. Let's show respect and let's end this game. They burrow mid 1. They work on the Invoker. They'll chew him up too. And SG have pulled out the miracle in Kiev. The comeback kids are in town today.
The most discounted series of the day turns out to be by far the biggest.
The tournament went on, and SG Esports put up a great fight against Evil Geniuses, taking one game after 66 minutes, and despite losing the other games, putting up incredible fights and bringing each game to its limit. Despite OG winning the Major in the end, the Kiev Major was also a massive win for South American Dota fans, and more importantly, the South American Dota scene as a whole. The wave of new eyes on South American Dota helped pave the way for esports orgs, players, and tournaments in South America to get sponsorship and viewership. In recent years, South American teams have gone on to place top 6 at the International, Dota's World Championship, top 4 in a Major, and finally, in 2024, Heroic claimed the first ever international tournament win for South America.
The first South American team to win an international,
winning PGL Wallachia with a $1 million prize pool. So next time you're watching a Dota tournament, remember, you can never count out South American Dota.